Hello everyone, this is Ming Jong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-minutes futures for the session of 14th of August. So in this video, I am going to show you the market recap on the last session and trade reviews in the M3, the 3 minutes time frame, which I will include the entry, the exit, and the rationale behind. And in these trade reviews, I'm going to elaborate a bit more on how I analyze a breakout trade. And going forward, I will cover the bias, the key levels to pay attention to, and also potential setup for the session later. All right, so let me just get started. As we can see in this daily chart for the S&P 500, so yesterday was another kind of flat day. So we have this very small spread bar, small spread candle, and with the decreasing of the volume. So I just suspect that it could be undergo a supply absorption process before the next rally up here to test the all-time high. I will elaborate a bit more in the later part of the video on what could happen if it fails and things like that. So in this case, I will just dive straight through the hourly time frame to take a look of the details of the price action. So as we can see in this hourly time frame, yesterday was relatively tight range. As we can see, it's kind of very flat here. So we can see that the previous day has a relatively good run up and followed by a pullback, change of character. And subsequently, we are going into a trading range here. So that sets up the range trading environment. And just prior to the US opening session at 9:30 my time here, so we have seen that just prior to that, during the Asian throughout the European London session, was a very tight range as well. Instead, it's just consolidating in a horizontal range near around 3360 to 70. So it's just trading at a very tight range here. And just at the US opening session, about 9:30 p.m. my time here, we have seen that it kind of just spring the prior low in the 3 minutes time frame and followed by a rally up here. And eventually just went into this rising wedge. It's kind of bearish and followed by a breakdown. All right, so this is what's happened during the yesterday's session. There's nothing unusual. The volume is relatively low and is relatively tight range as well. So let me just get down to the 3 minutes time frame and I will elaborate on the trade reviews. So the first trade that I initiated, and in fact that was the only trade that I had, because the second trade was just a potential trade, which I just discovered this morning because kind of late in my time here. So the first trade was just right at the opening. So let me just get down to this. So as we can see in this chart here, let me just draw a line of the previous swing low. So you can see that this opening bar at 9:30 p.m. my time actually just spring the previous swing low here, or if you want, you can just draw this up a little bit here. So it's kind of definitely tested the prior swing low, and immediately we see a reversal type of the bar and close near the high. So this is the spring type of action and together with the reversal bar, and it's right at opening at 9:30 p.m. So I just took my chance at a close after the close of this bar and enter the long position, and with the anticipation to ride it to the swing high level near 3380. But you can see that I got my trailing stop activated and locked in the profit with roughly around a reward to risk ratio of 1 or 1.1. because I just trailed my stop, and eventually I think I got stop out at this bar here. So just achieve a reward to risk ratio of roughly about 1, which was not too bad. Consider a relatively short duration of the holding period. I think it's less than probably 30 minutes. But subsequently, we can see that it kind of just consolidate within this rising wedge. So in terms of the momentum, is kind of like losing a bit, losing up the up momentum, as we can see in this rising wedge. Definitely, the trust got shortened, and similarly with the wave as well. And eventually, I think this could be a nice uptrust kind of the trade, because while we know that is running out of the momentum, on top of that, we also have this kind of the uptrust. So this is the uptrust with this reversal bar, or showing this effort versus results. So if we just zoom in on this two bar here, so I want you to pay attention on this two bar. So the first is definitely this bullish bar. Try to push it up, and you can see that we have a spike of the volume here. It just looks bullish, and it's close near the high, although this bar is a bit small, but still it's a breakout bar. But with this kind of the effort behind to push the price up, and eventually it just temporarily commit above this resistance level, according to based on this swing high level around 3380. And look at what happened next. So next bar is just immediately we have a reversal bar back inside the range. So this two bar together with the volume here definitely shows that a lot of the supply coming out on these two bars here. So I think one of the great short entry was just right after the close of this bearish bar. And subsequently, probably the next entry for next short entry could be a break of this wedge. So somewhere around here, either this or this bar could be nice. And subsequently, you can see that we have a impulse down, a breakdown. So this is definitely a breakout to the downside, and followed by a test. So this is just a nice rally up, and to test the support and resistance level. So you can see that this trend line here actually acted as a resistance, and the price just tested this resistance level, and followed by this reversal bar. So this is another possible short entry just right after the close of this bearish bar. Otherwise, the next bar is nice as well. So it's kind of like a standard operating procedure for this kind of the breakout. So first, we have this kind of the largest down wave, which was the action, and we have a test, and we have the first confirmation, which was this reversal bar, and second confirmation was this breakdown bar of the prior swing low here. So this is a second confirmation here. So definitely is kind of very textbook style of the breakout type setup. And unfortunately, it's kind of late on my end. It's about 1 to 2 a.m. So definitely no trade for me for this kind of the nice breakout trade. But anyway, if I spot it next time during my comfortable time zone, then it's a very high probability trade. All right, so this is the trade review, or the potential trade review. Let me get back to the hourly time frame, and let's talk about what's happening right now. And so far, I think we are still within the trading range, between 3082 to around 3060 or 62. So nothing has changed a lot. So that's the trading range. and we have another support level near 3360. So far we have seen that the price still consolidating within this trading range, bouncing up and down here. So it's quite a easy trading plan for me. So definitely I'm still looking at the immediate resistance level at the swing high. So the swing high at around 3382 or 80 will form the immediate resistance level. Otherwise, from here onwards, all the way to 3400, I will see it as a resistance area. And subsequently, for the immediate supporting level or area, well, definitely around this swing low or the support area at around 3360. So definitely looking for trade around that area. And so far, I'm still have a bias to the upside. So actually, I'm looking for something like this, going down to test the prior, maybe this prior day low. You can extend it to around 33.56. Maybe test it, spring it, and then reverse. So this kind of the long setup could be nice. Otherwise, I think earlier on, that's probably around the swing level near the resistance at 3380. That could become another short entry if we have seen some rejection. So if the price just going up, uptrust, reject with some kind of the bearish confirmation, so that could become a nice short entry. But anyway, I think we are probably still undergo the supply absorption process before we are moving up to test the all-time high levels. And let's see what happened. But if we just zoom out a little bit here, so currently I view this area as the supply absorption area. But if this fail, then I think likely that we'll see, like if this fail, there's no rebound and we struggle to go back up to above the level at 3360 and followed by impulsive down, then definitely I think we are still looking at the next supporting level near 3320 to 30. So it will come back to test this level and we'll see whether it can hold on this level. All right. So I think this is pretty much the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and get something out from the video. And I talk about the bias, the key levels, and also the potential setup. So definitely hope you enjoyed it. So as usual, if you have any kind of the questions, comments, suggestions, or trade ideas you would like to share with me, feel free to comment below. Or simply you have something you prefer that I will cover in more detail, also let me know in the comment section. I will reply to you. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend ahead.